What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of 4 Dummies, and tonight I am joined with the other 3 dummies. I have Mrs. Skullface.
Hello.
I have Robert Detoff. I have just one. All right, so tonight we're going to be doing collection critiques, so I'm not going to waste too much more time. You know the vibes. Check your feelings at the door. They have no place here. You submitted the pictures. You knew what time it was. This is our first entry, and this is from Chad W, and I'm sending it now. So let's start with the main spread, like this. And Chad, to be fair, these pictures are still from December of 2020, so they didn't know how we felt about a lot of this stuff, but this is almost the quintessential picture of why we hate DTOFs.
This is why I just quit.
I'm triggered by this photo.
Yeah, and
classic.
And look, you're not the first one to have made this error, and you won't be the last. But like, if you look at any of these shelves, I know in your heart of hearts, when you look at them, they don't look the way that you think they should.
Look at this one. This one has some dimension.
Yeah.
Did you say dementia?
Dimension. No, that's your mother-in-law.
So here's the one thing I do like. I like this little thing you got of Devastator with you actually did the stomp with the stomp eyes. I don't feel like anyone's ever really done it, like with Devastator, like the whole bit, and you've done it. You did it?
I did it with my Legends. I did it with
no,
my
but
nobody could see it.
Yeah, nobody could see it, Robert. They're
Nobody
Legends.
could see it, Robert.
I'm talking about like with Constructor and Fans Toys Sludge. Like, I don't feel like anybody's actually ever done it, and this guy did it, and that's cool.
I think there's a whole bunch of cars on the floor. What they're doing on the floor.
I think if you're going to now set them in like scenes or something like that, like you just need the diorama now. I think you have to complete the whole setting now. I think displays have been pushed so far now that like if you only have glass details with no backing or anything like that, or they're not in a setting, like you're already behind the 8 ball.
Yeah,
it's advanced. The display game is advanced so far now. Oh, and then on the main one, with all the details, if you look at the bottom left corner, this Bruticus is back there, but he's facing. It looks like he's in timeout.
And like, there's a lot of toys on the floor and stuff too that Laura pointed out, which is a little weird.
It's an interesting question, at least I think. The Grimlock photo. Mm-hmm. We've got Fans Toys Grimlock. We got Sword. Right. With Hasbro.
With what Hasbro?
The Sharkticons.
No, those are not Hasbro. That's Unique Toys.
Those are those Unique Toys ones, yeah.
Hasbro in my book. I don't know. Okay, they're unique toys, but they are not on par. They are not on par with Fans Toys in their presentation.
Yeah, but you know what? It doesn't bother me.
So the only thing that bothers me about that picture is the cord I see.
Yeah, the cord.
I feel like Jiska's right. Like if we had some backgrounds, and it's actually a very dynamic, multi-level, cool.
I agree. And
display.
And the way that they laid out Grimlock and Wheelie, it covers the flight stand of Swoop.
Right.
Yeah, actually, I was going to ask initially if there was some fishing wire in there, but then I saw that.
Okay, does the better release elevate the lesser release, or does the lesser release bring down the greater release?
I think the lesser release brings it down.
I think it's dependent.
I think it depends.
I think it's dependent. Like I have the only reason why I say that is because I have like certain shelves in here where I have that I'm looking at that have like, you know, $300 statues and $100 statues right alongside a $20 figure, and it makes the $20 figure look better.
Can I ask you another question? Mm-hmm. The second Sharkticon on the left.
You love this
from
picture.
The top.
The one that's facing the wrong way?
Yeah. Is he the special one?
That is funny. But now, real quick, I do want to talk.
Well, I was going to say, and I want to talk about the DTOFs.
Yeah, I want to talk about the DTOFs too.
I think a lot of risers could really fix this because I don't necessarily feel like they're crowded.
It's
like,
too
I
much
think
glass.
He's done so maybe some diorama as well. But like, I don't feel like I see 300 Transformers squeezed into.
So I agree with you. I also think that all the figures are posed for the most part. Like if you look at him, he does care about the posing of these figures, even if they're in simple poses. They are posed. They're not like assembly line posed. But like
at least they're turned.
Correct. Like even if you look at like the one with Ultra Magnus and Cup and Hot Rod and Swerve and Skids, Hot Rod's sitting down fishing. Like he does care. He has to have noticed this. But like so many of these figures are just such a similar size that they just end up looking like one mass that takes up half a shelf of DTOF.
Look at Provider.
Which shelf is that? I see him.
He's like, I'm sorry, this is the only way I fit.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna keep these detolfs, I think starting this all the typical stuff. You need lights. Mm-hmm. You kind of need to enclose the space a little bit. You need to get them off the floor.
Yep. You need risers. You need You need something to break the glass up. Maybe it's the color backdrops that Jessica's been talking about against the back glass piece. Maybe it's little diorama accents, but you need something to make it have a little bit of like it's just floating masses of mess.
I think making the height of the detolfs on the end higher than the ones in the bottom at least do it. Like you got to just everything being so straight, and then you have robots so straight, it just isn't appealing visually.
What might work under a detolf, and IKEA makes them, I think it's Malm, file cabinet, and in the file cabinet you can put the accessories for the figures that are above it.
Yeah.
And it's like they're at least 2 feet high, maybe 3. Mm-hmm. It might be what you need, and they're about that wide. I think they're that wide.
You can just get a calyx and put doors on it though too.
Shut up. So look, let's wrap this one up. I think we've
or not, and get those toys off the floor.
Yeah, get those toys off the floor. So the next one is from Jason S. This, unfortunately, we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on because we can't see the whole space. But what I can see, I don't hate.
So I love the hanging things.
Of course you do. The Insecticons.
He made it work. He made it work.
Is it Unicron? Like that's Unicron hanging, right?
Yeah, if you go to the next picture.
Is that Insecticons on the left?
Yeah. All these figures are posed to varying degrees of success, but they're all posed. Here's what my intuition tells me. My intuition tells me that this whole space is probably a mess, but isolating the shelves of figures, I actually don't hate it. I don't think it's the greatest thing I've ever seen. I find this more visually interesting than the mass of details.
He's played with heights, like people are down, people are up, people are on the trailer, Jetfire's taller, there's lots of dimension to the heights.
A lot of them are, Grimlock needs to be posed.
There you go. She threw dimension in again.
You look at Nightbird kicking Bumblebee in the face.
Yeah, like he's done a lot of interesting stuff here. The fact that like the shelves are like some of them are like wire shelves, like a closet. I'm guessing this whole space maybe is a closet.
Yeah, it seems like that because of the roof slants and stuff.
Look at the light switch. It's a dangly thing on a chain. It's a closet.
I thought that was maybe like the fan.
The ceiling fan.
Yeah.
Hey, Laura, can I ask you for your opinion on something?
Sure.
What do you think Omega Supreme and Devastator are fighting over?
I don't really know. I looked at that too.
I can't tell.
It's got foil on it.
Yeah, well, he's working on some sort of display for it. I just don't know what it's supposed to be. And there'll be 100 people in the comments informing us how we don't really like Transformers, and if we did, we would remember what this was supposed to be. But like, I think if this guy were to get uniformed shelves and kind of continue this theme around in this little like intimate space, I think that he has the right idea. I think he has the wrong tools to execute it. I don't hate this.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Your Dinobots need more energy, though. I feel like
Grimlock specifically is in trouble.
I think you got some good ideas. I just think you gotta.
It's the execution.
Yeah, push it some more.
Yeah. On to the next entry. This is Aaron G. So I'm going to tell you this once again. This is early on, so I didn't request the full space, so it's hard to really comment on a lot of this stuff. So we're not going to spend too much time on it. But so this is the just getting started. I'm saying
someone told you to clean up your room real fast, and you just shoved it all on the shelves.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but you got all this stuff hidden underneath the bottom. Like you got like a brawn like hidden underneath with some wires and stuff, and like
this dude's got a curtain, and you can't see the curtain, and that curtain.
This dude's got a curfew. How old is this guy?
Or if you look over to the right, he's got a bookshelf going on, King of Queens and Secrets something. But Laura is correct that the shelf that he has with the Devastator and like the season 1 Decepticons is not a bad looking shelf. It's a little tight in there, but it's not
a little bit.
But it's not a bad looking shelf. And actually, to be fair, the season 1 Autobot shelf isn't bad either. I have a feeling that he needs to upgrade the furniture here. The furniture is the main problem.
I like his shelf with the Devastator. He's got a comic book vibe going on in there.
I agree.
I like the elevation with the Seekers. It's really, that made the shelf. Getting those Seekers up did it.
I agree, but the
Autobots, you got a pyramid scheme going on there, buddy.
Yeah, but it doesn't look terrible. Yeah, I think once again it has that comic book vibe. But you know what does look terrible? The Dinobot shelf, where he's got let me get up underneath here. I don't know what that is. That's not the pardon me. It's like the let me sneak on past.
It's like they're busting out of the rocks when they were stuck in the mountain.
Even Swoop's like, oh god, they're so tight between the Stegosaurus in the ceiling here.
Grimlock's like holding the roof up for them to get out.
Hey, but I got one question. Go to that first photo with the brawn
Star
under the
screen.
shelf, all the way to the right. Is that a Tostino's pizza roll right
It
there?
looks like one. I feel like my brother ate like 6 million of them.
That's what Braun is looking for. He's looking for that pizza roll.
Pregnancy test? Brains, body?
Braun is looking for that pizza roll. Braun, you're going the wrong way.
Wait, is that a TFC hound next to Braun?
It looks like a hound. I can't tell you which one it is.
That's TFC.
But I'm gonna tell you just from a quick glance at this, it looks like a furniture issue. But I do like the main Autobot display, and I do like the main Decepticon display. I feel like you buy yourself a different piece of furniture, and you do exactly this. Like
It's sweet.
Yeah, it looks good.
Get rid of the pyramid scheme. Go with the mill.
Nah, the
I
pyramid
like the
scheme.
mill.
Yeah, because the Autobots even has like a little background.
Yeah, it's kind of working, man. I really
So
like
the
it.
Decepticon one. I just think you can't see it.
It looks good. I think it looks good. You got to get rid of that pizza roll, and you got to get rid of that Dinobot shelf.
Yes.
And then our final one for the night is from Sentinel Bay Reviews, and this is his. I know he's made a lot of changes to this, but I'm sending it through now. So let me just say this: the mask stuff is the best displayed mask stuff I've ever seen. Period.
I think his cabinets are the best cabinets.
Yeah, the cabinets kind of make it though, right?
Yeah, but still, like I've never seen anybody put this much love into a mask collection, and it's nice to see.
That looks good.
It's nice to see.
It looks nice all lit up. It looks nice behind glass and all.
Dude,
mess.
do you see the little diorama he has of the masked guys like sitting at the table with like the
with the helmets and stuff.
dude?
Yeah, that's dope.
That is
I wonder if that's
awesome.
3D printed.
I've never seen a masked collection displayed as well as this.
Yeah, that's nice with the big masks. See, he did something cool there. That looks good with the big masks in the display.
Yeah,
That looks nice.
amazing.
Oh, Bobby,
You got a little bit too much. I think it is a little bit too much crammed in there, but I don't know like what else you would do with that.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's the thing. I guess it's just kind of like a Transformers thing where it's like you have it separated where at least you don't really have the height issue, but it is just looks a little crammed in there.
So I feel
Honestly, man,
Oh,
I would
he
take
has-
out the combiners on the bottom and just make that a whole mask thing if you can.
I agree. He has one of my grails. So if you look at Superion, now look, I want to say this: Superion, Devastator, and Bruticus have some vertical space issues, I think. But if you look above Superion, if you see the white Lamborghini, that's one of my grails. That is Gloria from Mask, like her vehicle. It was only in like the final wave. It's hard to find, and he's got her 100%. It's just nice to see. It's just nice to see. Now the shelf above that one, he needs to get that jet up in the air like he has some of these other jets. That's too much laying down on the floor there with the Formula One racer.
You can't see the truck, and that's a shame because that truck must be impressive.
Yeah, I would imagine if he could reorganize that shelf, but the rest of it looks great.
Just flipping through some of these shelves, I think you need to take your mask stuff and put it on this wider shelf that you have your Transformers on, and then take these Transformers and put it in that mask display.
You may not be wrong, but
That's wider. I just think they would look better.
The DJD. That
Wow.
you cannot put the DJD in a freaking DTOF shelf. You can't do that. I'm sorry.
yeah. So that's too much. He's got too much going on there, and I got news for you. If he's planning on putting all those Predacons in one, he's going to be disappointed as well. But like the rest of these don't look good to me. The Transformers, like, but it's Transformers and a DTOF. It's like it's the same problems. The one at the bottom with Galvatron, Cyclonus, and Scourge and the Quintesson is probably the best here. But even that, like, it solves the vertical space issue and still somehow ends up looking squished.
Transformers just don't display that well at MP scale.
It's
they
hard.
really don't.
They can.
But,
It's
yeah,
just
it's-
very challenging.
You can't just blindly put them on a shelf. Like you really got to think about it.
What's with the Megatron with all the reading material? What is he, like, teaching kids or something?
There's a
It's in the
CD. There's a
DTOF.
CD there too, and DVDs and everything. I think actually that shelf looks kind of cool. Like if all that stuff means something to you, it's something different. to
With the
break
books
up.
and stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
I
something
agree.
different to break up all the just robots.
I actually don't hate the Skylink Springer shelf either, but it does seem a little strange. Let's move on to the other set of the cabinet.
Where his Transformers are.
Yeah, it's those seams down the middle, right? Like, so go ahead, Laura. With
No, I think if you have a seam in the middle, you have to kind of treat it as two separate spaces. You can't really treat it as one big space because it looks.
Yeah.
It looks.
Is that a Billy just with doors?
I don't know, but like,
No, I
yeah,
don't
I think
think
you're
so.
right because like the Optimus, and the Megatron are supposed, and Grimlock and Overlord are all supposed to be the centerpieces of all of those
Yeah,
shelves,
they're all just-
and they're all
Yeah,
blocked.
I still am going back to my statement. Put your mask collection in this thing,
Yeah, you might
and
be
then
right.
I would put the Transformers in the other one.
You might be right. What about
I
the?
mean, I think there's been like a lot of care and
What about the Omega?
No. This guy obviously cares. The Omega and the Riser doesn't bother me. I actually like that little bit.
with Optimus.
Yeah, it looks great.
That's
And I
like a
think-
short
It feels
guy
like the-
wearing lifts.
Some of
No,
these-
but it fills up the space, though. It fills
Yeah.
up that space, Robert.
He's still at an angle.
I feel like there's several of the DTOF like things that look good actually, but there's like these two.
These
don't.
DTOFs and DTOF looking cases, they go into the category of some of the better ones that we've seen.
Right.
Well, can I ask you a
what I
question?
think is interesting, real fast. Let me just say this: on his DTOF, he's got a white DTOF at the end on a white stand, black DTOF on a black stand. There's somebody who has mismatched furniture, but just made it look
Man,
like it was
works.
intentional.
Yeah, but it works.
And
The
it
bottom
works.
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah,
He
What's
he
in
made
those
it symmetrical.
binders?
Yeah.
Right.
What is in the binders?
all the trading cards.
Trading cards. For
No, I
sure.
don't know.
Oh no!
Recipes.
Recipes.
I have all the trading cards.
But yeah, I think there's potential here. It's definitely not trash. But I'll be honest with you, the mask stuff is certainly my favorite.
I think he's got that mass gas station. Is that what that is on top of the DTOF in the last photo?
Yep.
Top left
yep,
corner.
Yep. Thunder Boulder Hill or whatever. But the fact that it hangs so far over the T-Toff is not great.
Yes. The L train schedule.
I want some trash.
I need an angry bonobo.
Ooh, I was just gonna say a happy bonobo.
And I also wrote down the hobos at Penn Station.
A giraffe
fur
staying
burger.
in a hotel.
Yeah.